What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So in this video, I did want to go over some of the features I'm super excited for to test out when the game does end up releasing, but we luckily have a small sneak peek of this in the actual beta. The first thing, guys, I have to talk about right now is going to be the small tab here in the menu. It does say competition. Now, of course, when this video did go up, the main actual beta is over now, but hey, we're only around a week away or so before we can jump into the early access, and my goodness, I'm so dang excited. But taking a look at this right now, though, guys, we're going to have rewards here, which I can dive into this for a deep second because this was actually in an old blog post. So going over this in a quick summary, though, you're going to be able to start doing this at level 20. There's going to be various races randomly selected in different districts of Hong Kong Island to become these Solar Crown competition races. The reason why they're doing this, though, is so you have to actually use different cars. That way you actually have to run different cars, tune them, and get better with them instead of always relying on one vehicle. The other thing I'm also excited, guys, when looking at this here on the website, I will show a quick screenshot of it, so if you want to read through that. One thing that's actually really cool, though, is you're going to have higher ranks, so you will see the Solar Court and the Solar King here in this. Those are going to be the higher ranks. What's really cool about this, though, is if you actually manage to get into the Solar Court or the Solar King slash Queen, you are actually going to receive an exclusive new car. This I'm actually really excited for because it kind of reminds me of something like the main summit in Motorfest, but I actually feel like this could actually be better. Now the main question is, though, how do you actually get in Solar Court? Like, is it going to be difficult? That is something I will definitely be diving into when the game does come out. Do let me know your thoughts on the whole competition thing in the comments below. Now there's also going to be a few things I did want to talk about in the actual menu. So moving over from the Solar Crown tab here with the competition, you're then also going to see the calendar, probably going to be showing you like the seasonal events or seasonal things going on. Really like the fact they're actually doing that. The next one we're also then going to see is the clan part of it. You guys will probably see clan battles. Not really too sure how they're actually going to do this yet, but I can't wait to see how they do it. And it's probably going to be more things to battle from like Street or the Sharps, probably different events and stuff like that, so looking forward to it. Once again, probably something I'm definitely going to dive into. After that, though, we're then going to have the main rewards you're getting on the actual side that you're on, which is cool to track what you're actually getting next. It's then going to show your wins, like the overall winnings and stuff like that. So there's going to be instant challenges, which is one thing I'm also excited for. And I would say a lot of players are going to like this. I did talk about this a bit in the main money thing before in yesterday's video, because I feel like this might be a good way to make money doing this if you're actually incredibly good. So this is definitely something to look out for. The other thing, guys, I did want to talk about is going to be here in the car side of it. So if you head over to your cars now, I do know once again this game is no longer active until next week, but if you did actually go into this and look at car setup, head over to your vehicle, guys. We have 6 different driving modes here, which is dope. Each of them are going to be unlocked at level 20. I'm guessing they're going to have different things you can add to it, which is probably going to be similar to this. So we're going to have trails, something like dynamic, sport, and stock. Currently, I'm running stock. I'm actually going to try the sport one here on the lovely Mustang because the stock one was incredibly slow. We're then going to have a dynamic, then the trail one that is probably going to make it a tad better, off-road, better suspension. On the other side of that, guys, are then going to notice something different. It's going to have your tires. Now, I was actually confused on this a bit at first, but when looking at it deeper, though, if we go over to something like, let's say, the Ford Raptor here, this is a great way to look at this. You guys are then going to notice that, yes, you can change your tires on the go. I actually thought originally, like, if you bought the off-road tire, you basically have to keep that on there forever. But no, that's actually not the case. Instead, if you actually own those tires, you can then change them on the go, guys, and save it. At first, when I was actually using the Raptor, I was like, bro, do I actually have to go back to the workshop and change the tires? Luckily, no, you don't actually have to. You simply click on this, you save it, and then you're actually good to go on like regular races and stuff, which is so dang dope. I really like how they did that. And then once again for the Raptor, though, we're going to have something like relaxed here, all road, and then cross country, and then finally stock. You're then going to see like it might change some of the bars and stuff there and stuff like that, making it worse or better. And then you can also dive a tad deeper into it, like the 0 to 37, 0 to 62, the overall top speed being changed. I really do like this so much. And not only that, though, on top of the entire driving mode and being able to change your tires on the go, this game is also going to have such a dope tuning system I can't wait to jump into. Honestly, guys, I think the hype is definitely definitely building. I would say the end of this week can't come quick enough. A few other things I did want to talk about, guys. One of the things I actually made a video about a while ago was going to be in the blog post. I'll show a quick screenshot of this on the screen here. That is going to be the live events. I actually forgot about this though, and I can't wait to see what this is going to be about. But on Hong Kong Island, new temporary activities appear each week, which give you access to exclusive rewards and mouth-watering sums of solar coins. The reason why I like what this actually sounds is, for one, that probably does mean you're actually going to make more money and stuff like that, get extra money, and there's going to be new activities that most likely appear weekly that you can complete and do. This is going to be on top of like the clan stuff, the overall competition thing. I really do feel like there's going to be a lot of stuff to do in this game, and it does make me excited. Like, that way you're not going to be like, man, what do I do now? No, you can actually go, okay, let me go do some events for this week. Let me go do the competition stuff, some of these special events, level up in that, go after a special vehicle in that, then you can make money in other stuff, and basically do all of that stuff in basically one run, and mess around with so many different things. I feel like having a bigger variety of stuff in a game probably should be something most games most likely need nowadays, instead of basically getting a tad too stale around the same certain things. Now, for the next thing I did want to talk about, when it does come to features, I would say a lot of players are going to be like, bro, this is a test drive game like expected. But you know what, though? I am still excited to be able to do little things like this. That is going to be the interactive menu. We have something like the headlights. Going into first person mode, I can put my window down and get wet because it's currently raining. Then you can also do things like your windshield wipers and stuff like that, which some players might be like, bro, that's not that cool. But you know what, man? That's actually pretty dope. Have every single car is going to have this feature. We're also going to have small things like these hazard lights and also like the turn signals. So that's going to be pretty dope to mess around with certain vehicles. And the fact that basically every car can do it is once again pretty dope. One thing I did notice, by the way, is if you guys look at this though, you will see spoiler, which is going to be my guess in saying that many of the cars have that spoiler that can pop up or it won't pop up, so at least you have the feature to do it, and then also the option for the roof. And what's funny about this though is I do feel like a lot of players probably want a feature like this in basically every single racing game. I mean, a quick example, guys, you can do this in Grand Theft Auto, to where if you actually have a convertible, yes, you can then actually lower that said roof and drive the car around. You still can't even do that in Motorfest, man. And guess what? Players have been asking for it. Luckily, in this game, though, it looks like it is going to be a thing. I will have to test out certain vehicles to see how that does work, and also the same thing with the spoiler. The next feature I did want to talk about here is going to be the workshop in the game. So for this, you guys can actually head over here and see what other people are customizing and what exactly they're doing to their vehicles. At least you can't stand there and watch them as they customize it. I actually really like something like this. I was managing to find a workshop earlier yesterday where players were actually in there and they were customizing a bit of stuff, and you can actually walk around their cars and stuff like that, which is a really cool feature. The thing is, I can definitely see friends and stuff coming in here like a squad or something, having like 3 or 4 of those window things lined up, and everyone's like, bro, what do you think about this color? What do you think about that? This is also why I do think in the future we might actually end up getting some type of body kits in the game. The reason why I do want to mention this though is if you actually head over to the main customization thing, which by the way I did mention this in the video on Tuesday, but when customizing a car though, going into cosmetic, guys, going over to appearance, it does have like special edition things you can do to it, so it really does make me wonder, and I also have no idea what this is, but it really does make me wonder what you can actually add to the vehicle, or if they're actually going to add special kits in this thing here. Is it going to be possible? Well, I feel like it could actually be added, but again, this game was really never focused on the body kits. The last thing I did want to talk about in this video though is going to be the dealerships. Now I'm definitely going to be doing more of these feature videos and taking a deeper dive into them when the game does actually come out. But when looking at the dealerships though, guys, I really do like how they did this. Now I do understand in the beta that yes, most of the dealerships were closed, and also on top of that, most of the dealerships you could go into pretty much did not have that many cars in them. You basically saw like the same 2 or 3 vehicles in all of them, which I do know they definitely did that on purpose. And the reason why I do say that is they were probably trying to keep the entire car list almost like a mystery, which honestly does make sense. One of the things I like about the dealerships, though, is you can go in there, mess around, look at certain vehicles, and you can also see other players seeing what they actually buy. You can even go into a dealership, look around with certain vehicles with your friends, and be like, bro, you buying that car? Nah, bro, I'm buying that one. Like, that's going to be a really cool social type of thing to where you can probably go into that said dealership with a friend, take a look at certain vehicles, test drive them, talk about them. What do you like? What don't you like? Hey, yo, bro, test drive that Mustang, man. What do you think about it? You can also probably meet new people in that dealership that might be buying cars, and boom, you actually make a new friendship. Like, there's a lot of great things about Test Drive, guys. I'm super excited for it, and I really can't wait to see what they actually have in the full game to where we can actually take a deeper dive into this stuff. Do let me know some of the features you're also most excited for in the comments below, and also what are some features you would like to see added into Test Drive in the future.